Now we get to turn it all loose.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. That, Charles, the 1st interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 17. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 6-0 our score after 1.
6, Bengals nothing.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Jarvis Landry.
From 10 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get to the top.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Nixon will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
Pick up on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory. So it had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week one, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up
on second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A second down throw for Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
And 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
On third down, they're going to go with the option.
That's out to the left and complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And finding the tight end Hooper.
Mayfield.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Chubb. First down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cleveland.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 26 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
The kicker.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Let's go, D. Big series. Step it up. 42 the mark, 42.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
got plenty of fight,
all
baby.
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mixon with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Mixon.
7 yards there and a first down.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
You know what? Why don't
And
you
he
just
takes
follow?
this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick 6, and decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and 3.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Chubb on the counter. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. Mayfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Mayfield now. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it in the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Bengals 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing to start the drive.